Anybody else? The Jennings Creek fire is on the Straddling Forest State Park. We did an aerial recon mission this morning, and our current estimate is 2,500 acres in New York State and 2,500 acres in New Jersey. We currently have 20% containment on the fire. 10 of that is in New York, and 10 of that is in New Jersey. All right, thanks for your time, folks.
Sorry, what is your name?
Brian Gallagher.
We did have a voluntary evacuation that took place on Cliff Road, which is off of East Shore Road. 12 homeowners evacuated their residence, and luckily we were able to contain the fire. No structural damage to any of those homes on Cliff Road. The American Red Cross has established a temporary location on Waterstone, 51 Waterstone Road in the village of Greenwood Lake. It's the community center. We have 6,000 gallons of potable water along with N95 masks that are available to the public if needed.
Can you spell your last name, please?
First name is Brian.
We unfortunately had a fatality with Mr. Vasquez. It was a very tough situation. The New York State Police, the town of Warwick Police, and the Sheriff's Office did a phenomenal job at the scene, as well as grief counselors. It was a very emotional situation. Yesterday, obviously, we had a very difficult day with the fire making a major advance, and we had a very fluid situation with the volunteer fire departments backing up the state forest firefighters. We really were able to save every house there. We had no problems from any of the residents that were asked to evacuate. They knew what was coming. You could see it. You guys have seen the videos. It was a very dangerous situation.
Bryan. Last name is Gallagher, G-A.
In my over 50 years of living here, this has been the most significant and probably most potentially dangerous situation I've seen or been involved in. The village of Greenwood Lake is a small village by standards. I am certainly overwhelmed, truly overwhelmed by the amount of help that came our way. When I got here this morning, I saw fire trucks from Oneonta, some of them might be close to Syracuse, that traveled throughout the night because the severity of this storm, of this fire, could change at a moment's notice.
LLAGHER. Thank you. State Forest Rangers. The acreage is 5,000 acres. We did a recon. Initially, the fire was too dangerous to get close to it, get an acreage. We actually flew it this morning, so that is a number a good approximation of what we have right now. The only way to truly get a good acreage is to have somebody walk that fire line, and right now that's too dangerous, and we don't want to put people at risk to do that.
I have one quick follow-up. Winds are going to ramp up tonight, especially into tomorrow. So what is the plan of attack moving forward?
So what happened yesterday, what happened over the weekend, we got a major push from the south wind, right? So that pushes the fire into New York, right? That's happened for a couple days now. Starting today, we're starting to get that west wind, which is good. It's going to push it away from the Greenwood Lake community. Tomorrow, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, it's going north, north, north. So the fire's going to be pushing away from this community. That's a good thing. Okay, so we currently have the East Shore communities protected right now. And then on the Tuxedo side, we have the Blue Lake communities protected. We got good black up to those communities. And now we just got to come across the north here and find a good place in this very steep and hazardous terrain to put a line that we can hold. That's our plan moving forward. And the weather's with us. Now, tomorrow's going to be very windy. The forecast right now is 20 mile an hour gusts, 20 miles steady with gusts of 30. Right now, that's just at the limit of when our helicopters can fly. Our hope is that it doesn't get any worse than that, so we can still use our air assets tomorrow.
By title, you're the incident commander?
We haven't had really good rain. So last night we got a 1/4 inch of rain. That's kind of what we call appreciable rain. So it just gave us a little breather for our resources to get some rest. These local resources have been running and gunning since Saturday when this thing really blew up. Today gives us a little time to take a little breather, but tomorrow the winds come back. Yeah, it's been From where I'm at in Suffolk County, we received maybe a ½ inch of rain in the last 10 weeks, where we should have had about 12 inches. That's how dry it is. So what does that do to our firefighting efforts? Basically, the first 5 inches of that duff, you know, that beneath the surface, leaf litter that falls off the trees, that stuff is bone dry, right? So right now, you get a little bit of rain, it puts that surface fire out, but if it's in the duff, it's going to stay there. It's going to smolder like a cigar until it gets dry enough, and then that fire can pop up again. And that's probably what we're going to see late this afternoon and in tomorrow when it starts going again. New York State Department of Environment.
It's crucial that they heed those warnings of the burn ban. And we've been touting that for the last 10 days or so, how crucial it is to not have the unnecessary bans. I can't stress that enough.
We don't need any more work right now. We've been running for the past 30 days. We currently have about 15 fires right now that we are working in the lower Hudson Valley and the rest of the state. And, you know, we're getting tired. So don't create any new fires. Don't create any new incidents for us to deal with. That's the best we can ask for the public. Conservation. It will get a little larger. Some of the things we do when we fight these fires is we fight fire with fire. We'll pick a trail that we can hold, set some backfire. So some of the fire will grow because of some of the efforts that we do out in the field. And some will grow because of the way the wind is pushing the fire. Thank you. Have a good day.